Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear. All year, I've been featuring my personal countdown of roughly what I consider the top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. Today, I'm up to song number 2967, which is Breakdown by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This was their debut single, released originally in 1976 and then re-released the following year. It eventually went to number 40 on Billboard in 78. But it was featured on, here's a picture of the band, and Breakdown was featured on their debut album just called Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which was released in 1976. The other big song on this album was American Girl. And then they had several big albums. 78, they had an album called You're Gonna Get It. This one had I Need to Know and Listen to Her Heart. And 79, they had Damn the Torpedoes, which featured Refugee, Here Comes My Girl, Even the Losers, and Don't Do Me Like That. In 1981, they had Promises, which featured The Waiting. In 82, they had Long After Dark, which featured You Got Lucky and Change of Heart. In 85, they had Southern Accents, which featured Don't Come Around Here No More. And that's pretty much it for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And then in 1989, Tom Petty went solo, and he had a very successful solo career. And his first big album was called Full Moon Fever. This one came out in 1989 and had the hits Free Fallin', Won't Back Down, Running Down in a Dream, and You're So Bad. Um, so he had a very, very successful career. Unfortunately, he died in 2017, I believe at age 66. And the other great thing he did was he joined a international supergroup called the Traveling Wilburys. Here's a picture of them. They were together for 3 years, I believe, from 1988 to 1991. You can see Tom Petty on the top right, and all these other guys were really famous. You probably recognize most of them. Top left is Jeff Lynne of ELO. Below him on the bottom left is Roy Orbison. They used to call him the Big O. Unfortunately, he died in 1988. He wasn't with them very long. Guy in the middle, I think you all recognize as Bob Dylan. And the guy on the bottom right is George Harrison of the Beatles. He also died tragically. I think he had multiple stab wounds. Some madman stabbed him like 40 times, and he eventually died a couple of years later. I think that was in 1999, and he died in 2001. But anyway, that was the Traveling Wilburys, and that's my profile on a Breakdown by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.